We know deep down something's happened to her.
The last confirmed sighting of Brianna was at 11:15 a.m. Saturday at a liquor store in Palmerston North. Witnesses have told us Brianna has spent the rest of the day at her acquaintance family home in Palmerston North. However, later in the evening, she has wanted to return home to Paraparaumu, and she's been quite insistent on that. Her male acquaintance has said that he would take her, and late in the evening they've left. However, before leaving the Manawatu, they've picked up a second male and travelled south. They've stopped around 12:45 a.m. at Kimberley Reserve near Levin for a short time. They've then continued driving to Otaki, where one of the male acquaintances has used Brianna's card at an ATM and withdrawn $250. They've spent some time in Otaki and parked up near the hunting and fishing store, where arrangements have been made to meet another acquaintance in Te Horo. This happens around 1 a.m. At 1:20 a.m, this meeting takes place near Hyde Park at Te Horo, in the corner of Te Horo Beach Road. From there, things become a little unclear. It's been reported that they've come out to Te Horo Beach and parked up here in Sea Road. Witnesses have reported Brianna becoming upset and run off down the beach into the dark. And although one has searched for her, they haven't located her. It's been reported that they were down here for 3 hours, leaving around 4 a.m. in the morning.
We just want her home. That's all. Even if it's anonymously, just help our family come out of this nightmare and this limbo, so we can get on with life and go through the healing process. But we know that she would want to be home. She wouldn't want to be out there alone.
Welcome to the show. Today I'm going to share several of the visions and tarot readings I've received on this case. The way I work often starts with numerology, so let's get into it. The number 22. Brianna was born on date numerology 22. She went missing at 22 years old in 2022. The word water also equals 22 in Gematria. In 2019, a 22-year-old man from Te Horo also went missing. We'll touch on that case a bit later on. Sometimes dates can have a bit of a grey area when something happens in the night. For instance, while she may not be technically considered missing from August 27, that midnight hour may have been when things started to go wrong. The fact that her phone stopped pinging before she is said to have run down the beach at 4 a.m. makes things even more grey as well. It was also the night of the new moon, which I'll talk about later on. If we count from her birth date to the evening she went missing, there are 239 days, the 52nd prime number. The number 52 can signal to me that there is a volume of water in the case. Not always closely relevant, I have to feel like it's highlighted. In this case, that could be a river. If we go from her birth date to August 28th, then that is 240 days. I feel like it is possible that someone who was 24 years old at the time is somehow involved. In some of my card pulls, I found that with Brianna and this male friend, there was some sort of substance abuse. I realized that they were in a liquor store, but I think it was more than just alcohol. I also felt there was some sort of sexual attraction as well. What I got from Brianna was that some of the things happening weren't in line with her core values, particularly while they were in what looks like a park. It must have been Kimberley Reserve because I couldn't see a beach or buildings. I don't feel she had mental health issues per se, but I feel that at that particular period of her life, she wasn't in her right mind. There was something going on and it wasn't going smoothly. One of the first visions I had of Brianna last year was actually where a river opens. It either opens to a shoreline, or the river is narrow and opens and then becomes narrow again. I didn't see where it actually led, but I think it moved from east to west. At this river, I saw that it was quite a flat area. The bank of the river was flat, and it wasn't smooth sand. It was more like small rocks. The riverbank was a light colour, not dark. I looked up the meaning of the name Muriwai. The universe has a way of telling jokes, and you can tell here that the meaning of Muriwai is at the mouth of the river, backwater, lagoon, or where the two streams meet. As you look at Kimberley Reserve, two streams converge. On the 5th of March, I did a tarot reading, and I asked, where does she lay now? I got a card that signaled to me that she is alone, possibly by a mountain. I saw her face with moving water to the left of her. Some of my cards have zodiac signs, and sometimes these can signal to me. During this reading, I got Taurus. In forensic astrology, Taurus can mean a range of things. I'll come back to Taurus when we look at the map. Just a reminder that this video is based on opinion, and I'm not looking to implicate anyone. It is just for those that are interested in psychic clues. During the reading, I also got that there is a property owned or run by a male. The property is like a farm or farmland with a green field. He may not know that his property has a clue. I got a substance abuse card more than once. At one point during my readings, I actually felt something similar to tipsy, or even a bit more than alcohol. It felt like a different type of dizzy than what you get with alcohol. It's possible it was just alcohol, but it feels like a mix to me. I've seen her in the cards as well, floating in the clouds several times. I got that here and in spirit. Her family was trying to help her with her issues. I'm not saying that she was in a state of mind to hurt herself, just that she may have had emotional issues. I don't want to say really heavy, dark stuff, but something under the surface. Her loved ones would know what that means. In a separate vision that sort of happened on its own, I received a glimpse of a map. It clearly showed the shape of an eastern coastline, then a river going south, 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 and then curving west to the coastline. This is a very crude drawing of what I received. After I drew up the map, I scanned the coast of New Zealand to find the correct shape. What I saw actually exists, and it is about an hour from where Brianna was last seen. Also, if you look on the map, the most obvious connection to Taurus here would be the town of Bulls. Does that mean Bulls is relevant? It's possible, but that is the type of clue to look for. In forensic astrology, Taurus can mean farm. Was the purpose of seeing this map to find a physical location, or was it to realize that a farm was relevant? One of my more recent visions of Brianna is at Tohoro Beach at night. She is standing looking at me, but pointing at the waves. She's yelling that she did not go in the damn waves and that she's tired of this idea. I'm never going to ask about that again because she was very adamant and fiery about this. The astrology chart for 4 a.m. at Tohoro Beach shows Neptune and Pisces, which can mean drinking or illegal substances. Pisces can mean doing those things near bodies of water. It also shows Saturn is in Aquarius, which is a dark-skinned person. The charts for the ATM withdrawal in Otaki and Hyde Park have the car's direction as going southeast afterwards at some point. The police say that from Hyde Park they drove west. However, let's follow the general direction that the charts say that these people may have headed after Otaki and Hyde Park. This is guided by the position of the moon on the dial. There are a couple of interesting observations I'd like to make about this area. Firstly, the Otaki River banks appear to be very similar to my vision. Secondly, consider that the universe likes to tell its little word jokes. If you follow the line, it takes you approximately in the direction of the Potts Reserve. The name is similar to a smoked leaf. I'm not saying that this is definitely a place of interest, but these are the types of clues to look for in this work. If we zoom out further and include the direction given by the Palmerston North chart, you can see that southeast is still considered important. Firstly, Highway 57. The number 57 is the date numerology for the new moon evening that she went missing. The Otaki chart shows that Saturn in Aquarius can mean electricity or electric. So something like a power station may be near a clue. The chart also has Leo showing a mount, like mountain, with a female name. There is a power station in this zone that is amongst the mountains in a county named Shannon. On April 4th, I had a brief vision of an egg breaking. I'm not yet sure what that could mean. Could be food that was eaten that day, or it could be a chicken farm. Not sure yet. After doing some of these readings, I started to look into articles on the case again. I came across Rahul Daya, a man from Tohoro. He was also a 22-year-old. In 2019, he went missing 2 days before the new moon. His body was found in Hunterville on date numerology 52, like the body of water 52nd prime for Brianna. Not only was he the same age as Brianna, but his body was found north of what I saw on the map. This means that a place an hour away from her last known sighting is not too far-fetched, and there could be a clue there. Brianna was a Capricorn, the sea goat, the sea or water again. But Capricorn can also mean woodland area in astrology. I got Capricorn twice with tarot. When I was looking over the map vision, I was just feeling Saturn energy as well. I can't explain it. It just came over me. Saturn is also the sign ruler of Capricorn. These words were key in the police and media reporting. Here we have some words with 66. That number is probably self-explanatory as to why it links to Saturn, but the 55s in this instance have also been part of a negative outcome, as 55 can mean God's opposite, vices, and hedonism. I think the words Tohoro Beach are so important in this case, and with the purest cipher being 55 is probably quite key. By the way, the blanked out words are to do with illegal substances, which I can't show here. I went for a walk, and being in nature can clear your psychic mind. So that's when some substance-related words came to me. This type of substance is used both voluntarily or involuntary, and I'm not speculating either way here. I'm also not linking the people in this article directly to this missing person's case. I'm just saying that it could be a synchronicity in terms of theme. Here you can see that $288 million is mentioned. Then if you look at the date she went missing, it is the 28th of the 8th month. From the court date ending in the article to Brianna's missing date, you can see the 103rd prime. The ATM withdrawal in Otaki was at 1:03 a.m. The Horseshoe Bend Reserve is a location that has been searched by her mother, and it also equals 103. Oddly enough, the Horseshoe Bend is near Highway 57, which is the date numerology for the evening she went missing. Which might be nothing, but note that she went missing on the new moon, and moon equals 57. An acronym for the substance also matches moon. So these are the types of clues one would hope to find relevant in solving the case, or even once the case is solved. What does the new moon mean? Well, in 2021, I realized that MMA fighter Conor McGregor is a Cancer. The sign ruler of Cancer is the moon. McGregor broke his leg during a fight on a new moon in Cancer, 4 days after his birthday. The number 4 or 44 can mean some sort of death. In UFC, it might mean a knockout or something of that nature. The high-tech crime group investigating Brianna's case has the numerology of 193, the 44th prime number. The only other 44s that I have seen here is for the purple suitcase and her name. At least, that was until the other day when Brianna's mother posted a video online. At the time that I saw it, there were 44,000 views. But not just that, it had Brianna's number, 22. The length of the video is 2 minutes and 22 seconds. 222. That is powerful from her mother. Please pray for Brianna. Thank you for watching.